When someone tells me they are Christian, now I ask, classic Jesus or Republican Jesus?
Welcome to GayTalk 2.0, the ultimate podcast for your dose of dish.
I got it right, bitch. Oh, God. These two, they're going to be the death of me. Anyway, ladies and gents, welcome back to another episode of Gay Talk 2.0, an LGBT podcast streaming live on our YouTube channel for all of our Patreon supporters. This is episode 420. 420. If we timed it right, we could have done it in April. But then that meant we would have to go silent for like 4 weeks. 420.
Yeah, 420.
I'm confused.
On 420.
Well, I get it, but I don't.
So this is episode 420.
Yeah.
Had we done it in April, right around the 4th.
Oh.
Yeah. It takes a
You
moment. You know, she was the brightest in her
Hitler's
class.
birthday and all that.
Well, you know, it's been a long day, and I feel like we just did this.
But anyway, we're back. So a quick, short round table, a future dated round table. Trish, how are you?
I'm okay. Today was a crazy day, but got through it. And you know, it's just gonna be a long week, followed by another long week.
Yeah, no, it's going to be insane.
Yeah.
Yeah. But you look great, by the way. I love your sweater.
The MAGA family members are coming up. Uh-huh.
Oh, they're waking up. It's spring, you know.
No, they're coming up.
Oh, they're coming up.
They're on their way.
Oh. Ooh.
Yeah, my sister-in-law's about to have twins. So
That's right. So mom and dad will be here.
Yep.
And is sis coming?
No.
Yeah.
No, she cannot travel right now. But
I guess that's a plus in a way for you.
I mean,
but it's exciting. You have two more babies coming, so you're going to be an uncle twice over again.
Speaking of which, remember that whole thing that happened with my brother a little bit ago?
That he lost his shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we haven't really spoke since.
Okay.
And I've been having this like overwhelming like feeling that I just like he asked me to be a godfather, right? And like at the end of the day, it's like it's in title, right? It doesn't really mean much besides the fact that like, you know, I'm technically a godfather.
But do you know all you have to go through to
Yes, I do. It's
Oh,
not
God.
bad.
I mean, technically, the purpose of a godparent
that was the purpose
Yeah.
at that point. But
at some
not
point
really.
was that if in case anything happened to the parents, you would be there to step in.
Right. But I just been like in my head about it. I'm like, I kind of want to just be like, you know, I don't think this is the right fit. I don't think our values align. Like,
right.
you know what I mean? Like, if in fact, like that is the concept, right? Right. I would take care of the child.
The child's.
No, just one. I would be. They were separated.
Oh my God.
Poor
Yeah,
twins.
Definitely. I
You
definitely
take
agree.
the ugly one. I'll keep the cute one.
Your values are not aligning there. You are not separating twins, girl.
No.
So yeah, I don't know. It's just like,
So here's one of my favorite jokes. So
Oh,
you
God.
know my grandsons are twins. So every time we would be out with them, I got kind of tired after a while. Oh, they're twins. Come on, they're freaking identical, right? So after a while, I was like, no, they're triplets. We leave the ugly one at home.
that's so funny.
After a
Oh
while, yeah,
my
people were
God,
like, oh my
Jay.
God.
Oh my
She's
God,
so
that's
evil.
That's funny.
But yeah, sorry. Didn't mean to cut you off.
No,
but
it's all good.
yeah.
So yeah, that's just kind of something I've been like struggling with a bit, but
I think with that, honestly, you have to go with your gut feeling, and initially, if that's the way you're feeling about it,
well, I don't know if I'm feeling about it because I'm feeling that way about it because I don't want to say mad at my brother.
You're in your feelings.
Yeah,
You're in your
like,
feelings,
like
but-
is it me trying to make a jab, or is it me being like honest? Like, look,
Well, I mean, I look at it this way, right? God forbid something were to ever happen to these children's parents, and you're the godparent, and that evidently becomes your role. I think that gives you an opportunity to enhance someone's life with what you believe in,
But
your
what if I
values.
inherit MAGA twins?
That'll be fun.
Then you can unmaga them. You know.
Not in my house, bitch.
Unmagnetize them.
That hat stays at the door.
It stays at the door.
Oh my God. No,
Not
I
in
mean,
here.
listen,
No,
I'm
okay.
not going to pretend that I know what it's like to raise kids. I don't know. I don't want to. You
It's
know,
a challenge.
so,
It's a challenge.
you know, my nephew, one of my brother's oldest, actually his oldest now. No, actually he's the second oldest. Called me not too long ago and said, "Hey, listen, I want to move back to Connecticut. It's okay if I stay with you for a little bit until I find a job in export." Now I was like, "Oh yeah, I'm not a parent. I can't do this."
How old is he?
He's 24 now. I was like, "I'm not built for this. I'm not built for people in my space."
What if you give them a hard deadline?
Well, I tried that with my little brother, and
Yeah, but that's different.
3 months,
But that's different.
3 years later, he was still in my house. I was like,
Oh,
"You
we
gotta
were
go."
roomies.
So,
You had your brother and me living with you.
well, but that was a temporary situation. You know, it's like, listen, I'm not going to say no. If people need a place to stay, and I know that they absolutely have nothing, I won't say no.
Tom.
But don't take advantage of it. Because I'm you know,
Yeah.
I like my space too.
I'm being evicted.
Well, girl,
Actually, I don't fucking don't.
well, I have a shed. We
Have a
can set it
shed?
up for you. The she shed.
My chicken coop.
Yeah.
Chicken coop shed.
She gonna be living in the chicken. You better lay me some eggs every morning. We'll make some breakfast with your kids.
All right. All right, so let's play a quick game before we go to Jay.
Okay.
Oh boy.
Oh God.
All right. So you each have 3 guesses.
Okay. We'll start with Jay.
All right. So you can ask me 3 questions, and you have 3 guesses to get the meaning of meerkat. It's a gay slang term.
Meerkat.
Meerkat. Do you know what a meerkat is?
A meerkat. Ooh. Gay slang. Does it have anything to do with a twink?
No. Could, but not really.
Not really. Is it a sexual position?
No.
Damn. Those crickets need some water. They sound dehydrated. Damn. Third question. Meerkat. Meerkat.
I'll give you a hint. So meerkat is an animal.
Yep.
Mhm.
It lives underground. Right?
Comes out, kills snakes.
No, that's a
They
different.
live in
different animal.
yeah. No, they live in what do you call it?
In a community.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
And they're
They're communal animals.
Yeah.
But like how they, it's more about how they act.
Mm-hmm. Skittish.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. 3 questions. Now you got to figure it out.
Yeah.
Oh, you're in trouble now.
Oh
Tom,
man.
it's your turn. You guys can do
Yeah.
it together.
So meerkat.
Yep.
Okay. It wasn't sexual in nature.
No.
No.
It had nothing to do with, we know it's an animal. It lives underground. It burrows up. It hides. Oh God.
Okay.
You never watched Meerkat Manor on like
Yeah,
history
yeah.
or whatever?
No, but he's telling. So they always. I know that they're always on the lookout for stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it's me.
So they're
on
like
Wisteria
they're
Lane.
constantly like standing on mounds, standing on a rock, or
Right. And so like in the human world, what would you like equate that behavior to?
short people.
Oh my God.
Oh,
We're gonna get
I'm
hate
saying
email.
my daughter's. She's under 5 feet. So
Oh my God.
yeah. So short people standing on stuff to look around.
No.
No,
No.
am I close?
You were getting there, but then went in a different direction.
Okay. Does it have to do with standing on stuff?
No.
Does it have to do with
It has to do with their perceived behavior.
okay
There.
skittish?
Yes.
Okay.
Nosy as
observant?
fuck.
No.
Because they stand on those mounds like,
Yeah.
what's going on?
You could consider me kind of. You could, like, literally, like, you could potentially classify me within this group.
All right. So you're
Of
always
type-
on the lookout for some sort of danger or
Yeah, but what? Like, yes, but
Psychos?
what does that mean? Like, what is that feeling when you're always like constantly
Introvert?
No.
looking around? You're always constantly
Paranoid?
Yeah, paranoid.
You're getting
Right?
closer.
Paranoid. I don't know.
Do you want the answer?
Yes,
go,
please.
because-
Okay. So, a meerkat is an anxious, sassy gay.
Oh, an anxious, sassy gay.
Okay.
I've seen those. I think we know one very well.
I have no idea what you're referring to.
His name is Sean. Walks up into the bar. He's like,
Oh my god.
all the time. Like,
Okay.
who's here? Who am I sleeping with tonight?
See, yeah, okay. That makes sense.
Okay. So a sassy gay.
An anxious,
An
sassy.
anxious, sassy
Anxious.
gay.
So,
Okay.
yeah,
now-
the anxiety levels are up there, so
Okay.
you're jumpy all the time watching out.
Okay.
Yeah, like when
Okay.
when people try to scare me or just like walk up on me
Yeah,
and
yeah,
I'm like, what the fuck?
yeah. All right, it makes sense.
I don't think I've ever seen you do that, but okay.
Paul used to do it to me all the time. And for another example, my boss has a dog, Lucky.
Oh.
Not so lucky.
I left my door open to my office, and he had the dog in the office, and he left his door open, so the dog was just running around, which is fine. Like, we all love
It's
Lucky.
like bring your dog to work
But
day.
I'm like in it. Like, I'm in a zone. I was either doing like a Grant app or something. You know what I mean? Like, I was like working, and the fucking dog comes into my office and like, I don't know, it either licked me or jumped on me, and I screamed like a fucking girl so loud the entire office was roaring.
Oh my God.
And then literally Anthony, my boss, comes around the corner and he just shaking his fucking head like, what the fuck? Because if you see Lucky is like this big.
So he's a tiny dog.
Yeah.
Is it a hot dog?
No.
Okay.
He's Jamaican, so
It's
small dogs. It's got to be one of those yappers.
Is it a fluffy dog?
It's
Is it a terrier?
no.
Is it his dog? Or
Is
his
it a
wife's?
Lhasa Apso?
Shih Tzu?
Dog.
Shih Tzu.
That's not why I was like. Did you?
That was her.
Mhm.
She sounded butch all of a sudden.
Um,
Or is it a? Oh no, what's the other one?
it's
Pekingese?
it's not a Yorkie. It could be
Is
a
it hairy?
Pekingese.
Is it not hairy?
Dog.
Does he shave it?
It could be a rat terrier.
I can't remember.
You can't remember.
Oh my God.
Is it a hairy dog? Is it a?
I mean,
Short hair? Is it a Chihuahua?
It grows. The hair grows, but he's always like groomed to perfection because it's Anthony.
It's probably
Is
like a
it a
Maltese.
Pomeranian?
I think it could be a Maltese,
Maltese, Pomeranian.
God.
That I think it's a Maltese.
Yeah, it's usually
Okay.
white.
No,
It could be. They do come in different colors too.
no, it's not that.
Okay.
No, the Maltese has got really long hair.
If you let it.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna see because it's Anthony's. I'm gonna be a gay little dog.
Oh my God.
Gay little dogs.
If Anthony were to
Maltese?
ever listen, he was gonna be like,
He has listened a little bit, but then he shut it off. He's like, I shouldn't do this.
Oh God.
"What?" He would be like, "What the fuck?"
I'm like, I literally told him, I was like, don't ever listen. You learn things about me you don't want to know.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah,
Like you will
She's
never.
a big bottom.
I mean, like you.
No.
She's an anxious.
You already
Bottom.
don't look
She's
at
an
me.
She's a
anxious-
meerkat, Anthony. She's a meerkat.
Hello.
She's an anxious, sassy gay.
I am a queen. I am a prince. I am a meerkat.
I'm the pequeña Bettina.
Pequeña Bettina.
Yeah.
But
Petty Betty.
Petty Betty. But I definitely don't think anybody at work should listen to our show.
Yeah, definitely. So what's the next question?
Oh, you want another one?
Yeah, well, yeah. I mean, at this point, now
We're invested.
I'm invested. I'm invested.
Now
at
she
this
wants to
point.
play
Okay, hold on. I gotta find one.
gay charades.
Gay charades. Oh my God. Draw it on the board. Oh
Well,
my
why
God.
don't you check in with Jay and I'll find another one.
Okay.
Oh boy.
So Jaybird, how are you, darling?
Oh,
All is well in the land of Oz?
All is well. There was something I wanted to say, but I forgot. It's just been a hell of a week.
It's been. If so,
Work's been crazy.
Believe it or not, it feels like a month.
Yeah.
It feels like a month. Like today was a long day for me.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, it's like it never ends.
Yeah.
But so how's short people?
Short people is fine.
How's mom?
Mom's doing good. She actually called me today, so that was good. She remember my number.
Which is good.
Yeah. Yeah. So.
So let me ask you: does she have a jitterbug, or does she have like an actual touchscreen phone?
No, she's got. Well, it's not a jitterbug, but it's a flip phone.
You know we call those jitterbugs.
Yeah, jitterbugs.
Yeah, it's a jitterbug.
Yeah.
So she can't like store numbers because typing and TTY whatever the fuck it is, you know, like if you want to do A B C, you got to do
I do all the storing for her.
Three
she
times,
doesn't she doesn't know how to work it.
So at least she remembers your phone number.
Yeah,
That's
she doesn't
good.
know how to work it, so I gotta write down a list of everybody's numbers.
Yeah. Well, that's good.
Yeah, even though it's programmed on her phone.
No, I'll tell you, man.
It's a challenge for her.
You remember when the iPad first came out?
Yeah.
So I bought the original iPad. I still have it.
Me too.
And then I bought a new iPad. I decided to go to the iPad Mini.
I still have my original iPhone 1.
I know. And I gave my mother my original iPad and kept the other one. What a mistake was that? Because mom at the time lived in Puerto Rico and I was living here. Now imagine me telling her or instructing
Trying to instruct her how to do stuff
on an iPad over the phone. Right? We're talking about a woman that saw a rotary phone, a touch dial phone with the cords that coiled. And then, once they became uncoiled, it was like, that's the most annoying thing on earth. Remember those?
Yeah. They used to wrap up in a big old braid.
Oh my God, it was horrible. And
with the 9-foot extension on it.
he used to drag that shit into a closet.
That was the cordless at the time.
It's like, Mom, what are you doing in there? But anyway, so I gave her my original iPad, and she would call me and say, okay, well, I want to learn how to use this. How do you do this? And I'm like, Ma, okay, so, all right, so I open the app. How do I get out? I'm like, Ma, push the button. She goes like, what button? The only button at the time. They had
it was
buttons.
only one button at the
There's
bottom.
only one button at the bottom. It brings you back to the home screen. What's home? Oh my God. Okay. And now you got to save a contact. Okay. And how do I send an email? And how do I download a game?
Yeah.
And how do I like, oh my God.
A phone won't, a touch screen phone will not last a week with my mom because she gets frustrated. And the first shit she does is she tosses it, like literally.
Oh my God.
Across the room. So I was like, no, my sister's like, yeah, get her a touch screen. It's easier. And I was like, no, it's not easier. We've already tried it. I know how she is. The minute I gave it to her, she flung it across the room to me. And it was my phone at the time. And I was like, she's got dementia. She forgets the volume on her flip phone. You want her to do a touch screen.
Yeah, no, it's.
I know. I get the idea. I think she figures if mom has a smartphone, she can FaceTime with her more often. Right. I get it. It just no.
Right.
It's not gonna happen.
I mean, for that you could probably get something like like a onboard something stationary where she can go and just push one button and the screen comes up. I think Meta used to do something like that. Although,
no idea. But yeah.
No, let me tell you, teaching my mother how to maneuver that iPad was torture. It took me 2 years.
Yeah.
But I will tell you, it prepared her for iPhone. So, I pay for my mother's phone, and now, are you kidding me? That woman's downloading games. She's a pro now.
Yeah, it's tough raising your parents.
I know it is. It is. So, Trish, did you get the other one?
Yep.
Oh, she's got it.
All right,
here we
let's go.
I'm in trouble now, Jay.
Yeah.
Okay, so since Jay did the last one, we'll go to Tom. So the category is gay sex positions.
Gay sex positions.
Okay.
I only know one, on my knees, but go.
The term is suspended Congress.
Suspended Congress.
Oh my God.
Okay.
Suspended Congress.
Okay. Does it involve a group?
No.
The fuck? Congress.
Yeah.
Okay. Suspended Congress. We think of Congress, we think of a group of senators or people. Okay, so it's not a group of people.
No.
Okay. Does it have
I mean,
anything?
you could do it with a group of people.
Does it have anything to do with a sling?
No.
Jesus. Okay, I got one more question. Suspended Congress. Oh, okay. When a bukkake cancels on you?
No.
Okay, just go for it at this point.
Oh, no, Jay, you have a
Yeah,
chance.
Oh.
Suspended. I don't know.
Suspended
I'm thinking
Congress.
suspension. Holding
Yes.
up.
Yes.
I hate him.
Congress meeting. So hooking up.
Ooh.
Mhm. The suspended Congress. It is a gay Kama Sutra position and is great for cardio, by the way.
Uh-huh.
I bet.
So
You're running for something?
suspended Congress.
You ran into
It's a
something and
run
now you're
into-
stuck.
Yeah.
The top must stand and pick up the bottom. So, Jay, you were right.
Okay.
The bottom then wraps his arms around the neck and top for support. When suspended in the air, the sex position is where the top will enter the bottom. The top will hold the bottom's thighs for additional support, for thrusting, to make the execution easier. If the top can't carry the whole weight of the bottom, try putting the
okay.
bottoms back against a wall or other solid structure. This is the perfect position for couples who have good endurance and stamina. So no one around this table.
So I've seen
No.
that on Reddit. There's a gay couple. The kid,
Honey, if you try to suspend Congress,
yeah.
me, you're going straight to hell.
I've seen that on Reddit. There's a gay couple. The guy's like 6'5", and his twink boyfriend is
Like 5'2".
yeah, like 5'2", and like weighs like 90 pounds wet.
Is this the one
So
where
the
he
one
puts
you-
him on a beam and then he's just literally
He
like
could, but no. But I mean, the skinny kid grabs him around the neck and he just picks him up like a doll, basically,
oh my
and goes to town on him. So yeah, I get it.
Suspended Congress.
Yeah.
It's very misleading though because the word Congress in
Yeah.
itself.
Yeah, I don't know why the
Yeah.
Congress part
It was-
doesn't.
that's probably where it was invented.
I don't know. Like maybe I would have said
In the Republican caucus.
what do you call that suspended like little the little bucket thing that brings you from one side of a mountain to another?
Oh, those are
You mean like a ski lift?
no,
No,
the other
Zip
ones.
line?
No,
It
those
could-
elevator thingies. Yeah, I know what you're
Yeah,
talking
you know,
about.
it's like you can, a group of 4 can get in one of them, and you go from one side of the mountain to the other. I forgot what they're called. They're very popular in Europe and the
Yeah, I know what you're
mountains.
talking
and-
about.
yeah,
But like,
so I could see if you called it that, right? You're-
A suspension. That's a suspension elevator, isn't it, or a suspension?
whatever it is.
Yeah.
But Congress to me, like,
isn't there one
I don't
like
know.
in? Wasn't there one in like Paris or some shit like that?
Yeah, I think there's one in London
Somewhere
as well.
in Europe, yeah.
Yeah,
You get on, and it's like an elevator, basically, an open air elevator.
yeah,
And
it
you go
just
from
brings
one
you
side of the city to the other.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, we can.
God,
Today we
we're
do that.
geniuses.
Yeah, hello. Yeah, we're horrible.
do you guys want one more?
Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it. This is fun. I like where this is going.
All right. Same category.
Category is
Gay
sex.
sex position.
Okay.
Bumper cars.
2 lesbians bumping pussies.
No.
Okay.
Men.
Bumper cars, they would be going from one guy to the other. That's what I'm assuming.
As long as we're not going the caterpillar route,
The
or
caterpillar.
No.
Going from one guy to the other. Kind of like a what do you
I
call
mean,
it? Like a
no,
spit
no,
roast?
No. No.
does it involve multiple
Partners?
multiple people?
No.
Okay. So bumper cars, is that no? That's called docking. That's something different.
Yes.
No.
Yeah.
So it's not that.
No foreskin.
Bumper cars. Huh. Interesting. Okay.
No. Go ahead.
So think about it like. Do you want me to just tell you?
Well, no. Challenge
So
us.
think about it like your butt is the bumper.
Okay.
It is gay men. Your butt is the bumper. but you are still penetrating.
Oh, like a double-sided dildo. Like both of you guys are just getting bumpered.
You could totally do that in this position, but no.
Okay. Okay, so one person is lying flat on their stomach with their legs all the way up, and the other one is just sitting while their penis is straight up in the air.
So that's facing opposite of each other?
You Googling this shit?
That's what it is.
Yeah, they're facing opposite of each other.
And one's on top of the other.
Both facing down.
Both facing down.
Reverse doggy style.
Yeah, it's like a reverse.
Ouch.
Almost, or a reverse.
Okay.
Reverse
Now it
missionary.
makes sense. Okay. Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's what I
Here,
thought. Yeah.
Let me see if I can figure it. I'll put it here. I'll put it on Jay's camera.
Jay's cam.
That's what it is. If anybody can see.
There you go.
Go.
Jeez, you suck at this. Hold on.
There you go.
So the one on the right is Jay, and the one on the left is probably his neighbor.
Probably his neighbor.
Jay, you need to stop,
Yeah, I gotta leave my neighbors alone.
Yes, you should. You should. Okay, one more. Let's do one more.
Oh gosh, golly gee.
God. You really have me invested in this shit because now I feel stupid. Like I have to win one. Like one, at least one. Jaybird. Speaking of positions,
Yes.
what is the craziest position you've ever tried?
Shit, I've done so many things.
Geez,
Reverse cowgirl.
Reverse cowgirl. Explain.
When she sits on you, but instead of facing you,
Okay.
she's facing away.
Okay.
Amazon position. Is
Amazon.
That's kind of hot.
Winding through the river.
So basically, the Amazon position makes the guy the female of the position. Basically, you're in the bottom, and she sits on you like she's the top.
Okay.
And she takes control. So she kind of grabs your legs and goes to town on you.
Oh. Ooh.
All right, Jay, live your life.
Live your life.
Live your best life. All right, Trish.
The waterfall.
That sounds like there's.
Is there water sports involved? Is there peeing
There's
involved?
actually no water involved.
The waterfall.
I mean, there could be water involved if you decide to do it in like a shower.
Okay, the waterfall. So is that when like they're smacking you in the face with the balls, or I don't know, his
No.
balls are so long that they just like
Drag.
No, so what does a waterfall do?
It goes down.
It goes down. So
I would say kind of holding your partner like a wheelchair, like a wheelbarrow position, almost.
reverse that. So like one of the people,
Is standing,
yes,
and the other one's almost
on their
doggy style.
back,
On their back,
but
arched.
sorta. So
so basically there's a person facing down with ass up in the air and the other one is standing up.
So no.
Oh my god.
No. All right. So the top will lay on the ground,
Okay.
face up,
Okay.
with their feet elevated, creating the waterfall.
Okay.
And then the other person
Takes a shit on his chest. No, let me stop.
could, the bottom facing the not facing away, facing the person,
Okay.
will then standing sit down
On his penis.
on his penis.
So basically when he sits down, the top's legs are in front of him.
Yes.
Okay. Let me see.
Hmm.
Oh, okay. But the guy's legs are elevated. Let's see if
Jay.
I can do this now.
Don't go chasing waterfalls.
Listen to the
You're
river.
not on the
on?
right
I
camera.
don't think the camera's on.
Oh, I'm doing it. I'm doing it. So that's basically what it is. Oh my
Oh,
god.
okay.
Oh, interesting.
So okay, so I get the legs up, but that's basically a reverse cowgirl with the
I used
legs
to do
up.
that at the bar.
Yeah, I probably could have given you a better hint with the reverse cowgirl type thing.
Yeah,
but-
no, I was just like, we were just talking about something similar. Yeah, I used to do that at the bar all the time.
All the time.
Oh my God! Speaking of bars, oh, I was all up in my feelings like you were, and I was thinking about, when I was probably about 19, 20 years old when I first started going to bars.
Hi.
Remember those days?
Back in the day.
Oh my God. And and I started thinking about how different gay spaces are today versus how they were back then. Like, I miss the good old days. Like when we used to go to bars,
I mean, yes and no.
you couldn't walk
Yeah.
in bars.
Yeah. Well, that was not during my time.
I know you were probably
I guess
a
so.
baby.
Like when I've gone to like Miami bars, some Miami bars were like that. I've seen partners get like that, but not like from
Frequently,
what I
yeah.
Right. So there was a time.
I guess Gotham was a little crazy when I was in college.
Yeah. So when Gotham first opened up, and
Yeah.
I'm going back into like the mid '90s.
That was
After Choices closed
Choices
down.
closed
So
down.
Choices used to be a bar. It used to be a club that was built inside of an old supermarket. So just imagine yourself walking into
What do you
a
buy
Stop
tonight?
and Shop today.
Not eggs.
Not eggs, yeah.
Not eggs.
At least not the ones that you think I'm gonna buy.
They had stages built around the pillars in the middle.
Right. So,
with fencing
so
around.
there was fencing that used to come up, and people used to climb the fence and start dancing and doing their things. And the bar wrapped around the entire perimeter. It was a massive space. And this was in Yalesville. It was in Wallingford.
Yeah.
And I remember
Right off the exit,
right
up
off
the hill.
Yeah, pretty much. And and they're like, even when we went, for example, to New York, I remember I used to go to Escuelita a lot.
Yeah. Oh,
I used to
my
go
God.
to like the Roxy, and
I
there
think
was
La Escuelita was my first gay bar experience.
really.
And I got groped that night more than I'd care to
Oh,
remember.
I think we all
La
did.
Escuelita was like, yeah.
Yeah.
Grove Central.
So Escuelita was a bar, which was very
Which
professional
makes,
drag.
which basically means little school.
Yeah, it was very
Spanish.
professional drag, like centric,
Yeah.
right? And what I mean by that is these fucking drag queens were life. I mean,
I was at the bank today.
of course
boy.
you were.
I was at the bank today.
That's not a bar.
No, dealing with.
She was counting
this
her
is just
money.
like a side note because you said drag queens. So I was at the bank today, and I was there for the Pride Center, and JC had to come to the bank as well, and he brought somebody with him, and this individual is doing a fashion show coming up, and he literally randomly, we're at the bank, and he goes, do any of you know like any like hairstylist / makeup artists? And JC just goes, I know a lot of drag queens. Like, I don't think that's what he's looking for, honey.
Oh my God, that's hilarious. So anyway, so this bar, La Escuelita, you would go there, and they had like different theme nights. So it was like Tuesday
Yeah.
bingo night, like you know what that bingo is. Latin.
She didn't need translating
this.
for that.
No.
They had like different theme nights, but in the middle of the night, all of a sudden, the stage lights come on, and these amazing like glamazons would just come on and perform and do an amazing show. And I mean, these girls were like,
And you almost married one.
let's not go there.
Ooh.
But anyway, so we had Lady Kateria. Did you ever watch Tu Wong Fu?
You ask me this every time you bring it up.
Please don't say no.
You forced me to watch it.
Okay. So in the beginning of the movie, when they were doing the scene where they were doing the drag contest, the pageant,
Yeah.
there were several queens that were in lineup there that were like staples of La Escuelita. And oh my God, I remember it was just so amazing, and I miss it. And then we used to go to Crash. You remember Crash in Queens?
Yes, in Queens.
Oh,
That's where we used to
Trish,
hang out every weekend.
if you were old enough to go party in that era, I think you would be a completely different human today.
I don't even know what that means. Like, why would I be a different person?
You would be a different person because your outlook in life would be so much more like,
It was.
I don't know.
It was life. It
Informed.
was. It was. Yeah. It was.
there was so much that used to happen back in the days. It was
Yeah.
amazing. You know, like, so, you know how when you watch documentaries on the 70s and the disco movement and the whole 9 yards, and everybody's always talking
Yeah.
about how Studio 54 was an experience,
Yeah.
right?
That- that's what
for
La
us,
Escuelita and Crash did for the LGBT community.
it was insane.
And
So,
especially the Latin LGBT
oh yeah.
community.
So like Crash, Escuelita, the Tunnel was another
Tunnel,
one.
yeah.
The Roxy, the Palladium. These were all legendary bars. And then of course there was the Limelight.
Yeah.
The Limelight was in a church. They took an old church that, I don't know, went bankrupt. Like how does a church go bankrupt?
Yeah. well,
But they turned it into a nightclub, and it was called the Limelight. And let me tell you, you walked in there and you had all these stained glasses with all the
I
apostles.
feel like I saw this in a TV show.
I think they might have done something
Yeah,
on it.
they did. It's
It's a retail store now, I believe.
No, they turned it into like a indoor farmers market
Farmers
type of
market
thing.
now? Yeah.
And I'm
The
thinking to
walls
myself,
could talk.
I'm thinking to myself, how dare you sell vegetables in this place?
Well, that's what I
Do
always.
you know how much DNA is all over these walls?
like when I pass by where Gotham used to be, and now it's an apartment complex and
Yeah,
a bank
and a bank.
and a bank, and I'm just like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that
I remember
that basement is covered in DNA.
I
Oh.
remember walking into that.
Somebody prolapsed in there.
Yeah, and I remember walking in there, and like the rug was so gross that your feet would stick to it.
That
Yes.
wasn't a rug. That was a mouse trap.
It was so gross.
Yeah. But let me tell you, I really have to say that my youth, I really enjoyed it. Like, I don't know how I became so
I
reclusive
don't know how
now.
you survived.
Me neither. But when I tell you, like, my friend Gus and I, we used to drive into the city like 4 or 5 times a week.
Hell fucking no.
We used to go on
Yeah.
Tuesdays, on Wednesdays, Thursdays, Fridays, and then we used to stay local on Saturdays. We used to go to Gotham, and then we used to like die on Sundays and Mondays, and then start all over again.
No.
Oh,
Yeah,
that was, and we
yeah.
worked throughout all of this.
Yeah.
I had my little Mazda RX-7. It was like a little 2-seater
Yeah, I know.
to drive into the.
You had a
city.
drag queen in the back of that too.
Oh my God!
We've heard that story.
Don't remind me about that. Oh, Chantal.
Yeah.
No, but I miss the spaces. You know, I noticed that there's a huge difference because we went from having unique LGBTQ plus
Yeah.
spaces.
Purgatory,
Oh my God! Well, wait, that there's
Copacabana.
La Copa used
La
to be on
Copa,
Eastern
yeah.
The
Eastern
bird
Grand.
cage.
Yeah.
No, that's a movie.
Oh,
La Caja Fall.
Roxy's.
I remember the Roxy's. I went there a couple of times, but their their cover charge was
It's crazy,
expensive. It was
yeah.
like $40 back in the 90s to get into a bar. I was like, who
Yeah.
the fuck?
I can fill my gas tank up 4 times.
Hello,
Yeah.
back then you could.
Yeah, I know.
Not anymore.
I don't know.
Oh, but I feel like, those were very unique, tailored, safe spaces for the gay community. And today it's just like more and more we're losing.
Yeah. The
We're losing
shelter.
them.
Unless you go to a leather bar.
Right. It used to be an experience.
Yeah. Yeah.
So the feeling when we were in DC, you weren't with us at the time,
No.
Jay, but we took a trip to DC. Remember that feeling we got when we went into the Green Lantern?
Yeah, we had a good night, and Chris had a really good night.
Oh yeah, he sure did. I had that feeling in that bar. I felt that sense of,
Yeah.
oh my God, this is ours.
yeah.
I don't know why, but I did. And we went.
Well, we had a very gay day.
we did.
Yeah.
We
so when I went to Pride in Rochester, that we ended up going to Roar, to the bar after
Oh, yeah.
OMG.
Gee.
Packed to the gills. It gave me those vibes, those back in the day
Right.
night clubbing night, like pre-game, a bottle before you go.
And here's this white
And-
bitch over here being like, "Let's go to Flaming Saddles."
Yeah. Yo, it was a fun time.
Right.
It was a fun time.
I
But
love
it's
Flaming
different.
Saddles.
It's different.
Yeah.
Today, gay people, like a lot of businesses, whatever that means, gay friendly, right? And it's like,
Yeah.
so you see gay people in different spaces that you ordinarily wouldn't have seen them in back in the 90s and early 2000s, right? And I don't know. I'm selfish.
You know, honestly, so we've had this conversation on the show before about
Yeah.
why gay spaces are slowly disappearing. It's because of acceptance. You know, a lot of younger gay people or LGBTQ plus individuals feel like they can go wherever. They can go to any bar. They're welcome wherever they go.
Yeah.
And don't get me wrong, we could do that back then too.
They're doing drag shows and straight bars and all this stuff, right?
Right.
So that said,
They're having drag brunches now.
Yeah.
that said,
That's sad.
the situation that we're facing right now,
Right.
I have a funny feeling there's going to be an influx in attendance at gay establishments.
Right.
Mainly
and
because
I hope so.
I don't necessarily feel like people will necessarily feel safe.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
If you were have to think back to a space that you've been in your short life, young darling.
I'm almost like I'm old.
Yeah. Well, not yet.
Yeah.
Wait,
You ever hung out at the piers in New York?
oh my God. The voguing that used to happen at the piers was legendary.
The
Like,
piers on a Friday afternoon was.
Litty. It was.
They used to.
It was. Even after the parades.
Litty.
Yeah, it was
I
lit.
can't.
Yeah, when we used to go like after the parade, we
Yeah.
just go straight to the pier.
Yeah.
And oh my God, the shows. So did you watch Pose?
Yeah.
Very similar.
Yeah.
They would all gather at the piers. And so this is something that they've been doing for decades. And let me tell you,
House of Tyrell.
the
Yes.
vibe was fierce. And people would drink and you would just
Hang
chill.
out and get into fights.
Yeah.
Oh, you fucked my man, and all that good shit.
I-
It was,
Gotta fuck me too.
yeah,
Or I'll look
it
at that
was-
when I'll be like, oh, honey, you're coming home with me
yeah.
tonight.
It was.
Yeah.
It was different. It was different.
It was a whole different
I mean, I
ballgame.
was young when I first started hanging out with
Right.
with a lot of the guys that I knew that were gay, and shit, at the time I wasn't identifying, but shit, I wasn't uncomfortable. You know what I mean?
Right.
So
But-
it's already there.
But you know, the
But-
huge change too is like
Yeah.
right around 2004, 2005.
When I graduated high school.
The introduction of the smartphone and the
No,
social.
that was like my sophomore year, maybe my freshman year of college.
Well, remember the first Android didn't come out until around 2004.
No, I remember.
or 5.
I remember.
We used to
the-
have the sidekicks.
Yeah.
that, and then the Nokia
Yeah,
Beat
yeah.
is like a walkie-talkie and a
I
phone.
hated
Oh,
those
the-
goddamn
the-
things.
yeah.
And
the
then BlackBerry.
Nextels.
BlackBerry.
Yeah.
That was
But
my,
the Blackberries had keyboards. Do
yeah,
you know what
that
I'm
was
saying?
my first.
Like I consider
smartphone.
smartphone like
Yeah,
touchscreen.
The Blackberries were like back then. It was like AOL dial-up.
Yeah.
yeah.
So the first iPhone came out in 2007.
Yeah, so like right my sophomore year of college.
Right. And so for me, the introduction of Facebook as an online platform for socializing is what really changed a lot. Because before, in order to find community, you had to get out there, bro.
Yeah. You had to know someone that knew someone.
Manhunt.
Like,
No.
no, that didn't exist
no.
back then. None of these applications, Manhunt.
Yes,
Um,
Manhunt was around because
Girl,
when I was in it,
AOL was the only thing
Yeah.
around in the fake chat rooms.
the chat rooms.
I thought I was on. Maybe
Not
you're right.
Probably
Manhunt,
later.
no.
Yeah.
Maybe that's right.
I think
Yeah.
shit. When was MySpace out?
The oldest platform I think that we had, if I'm not mistaken, was Atom for Atom.
Uh,
And that was an online based thing until they
Yeah.
came out with an app, and now it's gone. And then there was Dudes Nudes was
Yeah.
the other one. But no, it was a while. It was a while, and I think that's what changed the game, right? Where you no longer had to leave your house to find community. Girl, I miss those days. Where we going? We going to the city? Which bar?
No, Manhunt was launched April 1st, 2001.
okay,
Holy
so
shit.
That MySpace came out in 2003.
Well, Jesus.
I still have a MySpace floating out
Yeah,
there
you know-
somewhere because
you
I
know-
couldn't delete it.
Well, you couldn't at the time.
No, because my email got
they're
canceled.
still active.
Yeah, my email got canceled, so I got some fucking
It's still
MySpace
active,
out there
yeah.
somewhere.
I probably have
Yeah,
one
MySpace
too.
was basically the first website that taught people how to code.
Code.
Because
Yeah.
you had to literally code to add your images.
Right. Or like your six favorite friends.
Friends and your music.
Start wars and
yeah.
stuff. Oh my God. No, but I think that was the game changer, right? It's the changing the aspect of how you connected socially in spaces with
Yeah.
different, groups. But for us, girl, it was hard.
Yeah, now I got sniffies.
Yeah, now we have sniffies. Yeah.
Oh my God, I cannot believe that's. Oh, did I tell you? You know about the individual
One.
that we once worked with that was on sniffies?
Oh, yes.
Not me,
And you know
just-
what? We need to stop shaming people for their activities.
Oh, I'm not
Let
shaming.
them live their best life.
They definitely lived their best life, but that is
You didn't expect to see them there?
nasty.
You are judging.
Yeah, well, it was nasty, dirty.
We listen and we don't judge.
We listen. Oh my God,
Live
we
and
should
let
all
live.
play that game. We should all play that game.
Do
We
you?
listen and we don't judge.
So have you
I blew
seen?
some bitches back out on your couch. We listen and we no.
So if I'm not mistaken, I think this is the same concept that there's group of about 6 or 7 African American ladies, and they sit around the table
Yeah.
and they all say a joke.
Oh yeah, yeah,
Right,
yeah.
and they're all trying not to laugh, so they're like,
Yeah, yep.
and then one busts out laughing, she's eliminated, and then they go another round. Oh my God, is this what we're talking about?
No,
No,
We
I know what
listen
he's
and we
talking
don't
about.
judge.
Yeah.
That's completely different.
Okay.
It's when you air a grievance that you have when there's like a piece of something about a friend or your partner that really fucking drives you nuts.
Yeah.
And you like share with them,
Okay.
and then you both go, we listen and we
we
don't judge.
judge.
So like you don't get mad at me.
Okay,
And,
can
like-
we try it?
Yeah.
You haven't seen that?
Okay,
You've never seen one?
You never
I want
seen
to try
one
it
of
right
those?
now.
I gotta no,
Okay.
listen.
All right, Trish, we listen and we don't judge.
Oh boy.
I
It
didn't
irritates
say
the
it.
fuck out of me when you throw tissue in the toilet and you don't flush.
We listen and we don't
judge.
I do have a tissue problem. I do. I
You
really
do?
do.
Jaybird. Oh my God.
We listen and we don't judge.
We listen and we don't judge. Oh my God. Be nice to me
Be nice to me.
because I know I'm evil.
No. I'm too easy going with shit sometimes.
You have to have, okay, well,
I don't.
Trish.
Yeah, Trish will be better
All
at
right,
this.
fine. We
We
listen
listen
and we don't judge. Tom,
Don't mention Wisteria Lane.
no. Sometimes I get super annoyed or agitated when you tell me about all your projects again and again and again.
We listen and we don't judge. Okay.
Yeah. And that's the
Oh,
way it
girl.
works.
Did I tell you what I'm doing?
I have seen your outlets more than any other hole in my life.
I added a new one. You want to go check it out?
Oh boy.
I added some functionality too.
So the best video I've seen so far on these the we listen and we don't judge was the Spanish girl with her mom. I think she's Spanish.
Some of them are fucking
And the mom
deep.
goes, "We listen and we don't judge." And the mother goes, "I used your vibrator." And the girl loses her shit. I'm gonna throw that shit out right now, Mom. No, you didn't. And the mom goes, "I thought we were gonna listen and not judge."
There is this one son and his mother and his mom, and I think she's Filipino. And they do video. Obviously, at this point, I know she's part of the whole.
The heavyset lady.
Yes.
Yes. I love them.
She's
follow
in
them.
for the ride. She's
Yeah.
in for the ride. So she walks into her son's room and she picks something up from the dresser. And she's like, "Oh, what's this?" And he goes like, "Oh, that's my new Christmas ornament." She goes, "Oh, okay." He comes back out of nowhere and it's hanging on the fucking Christmas tree. It's his electric little dildo.
Oh my god. By the way, have you been in the bathroom recently? Because I'm pretty sure there's a tissue in there.
Yeah, I know. We listen and we don't judge. Okay.
It's kind of funny though. I don't think I can think of anything for Jay.
Yeah, I know.
For me, it's weird.
Oh, actually, I got one.
Go ahead. All right.
Jay,
We listen.
we listen and we don't judge. Sometimes I worry about you when you decide to actually follow through with coitus with your wife. We
Listen and we don't judge. I didn't understand the last part when you
Have sex.
Coitus.
oh coitus.
Whenever he like will send us a note and he's like, I got laid last night. I'm like, with your wife?
We listen and we don't judge.
I laugh it off all the time. I'm like, I love it.
Jay, I got one for you.
All right.
I know where you're going with
Yeah.
this.
It was 6:15 in the morning this morning when you sent the first video.
Oh, I had been up since 5. I waited an hour.
We listen
And we
and we
don't
don't
judge.
judge. Okay?
I waited an hour. I was courteous.
He's like, I've saved it. It's
saved
been
that.
an hour.
Yeah.
It's
Been an hour. Send.
I literally had just gotten up and I was brewing my
I was
coffee and
laughing
the
when I
phone goes
sent it.
ta-ding! I was like, oh no, this bitch didn't. It's not even 6:15 yet. I haven't even fed my dogs.
Yep.
Oh my God, it was hilarious.
me.
All right. I think this has been a very, very fun show. Anything but the
You
origin.
listen and you don't
judge,
judge.
right?
That's what
Anything
I'll
except-
tell you out there.
Anything except talking about that buffoon.
Yes.
It was a good episode.
I should not do the we listen and we don't judge with my family.
No.
No, you better be highly sedated.
Yeah.
I think
Should
that's
be like,
that's important.
We listen and we don't judge.
You son of a bitch!
Tom, I
You
need you
voted
to
for
come.
this!
I need you to come bail me out.
Oh, honey, she all got bailout
I'm in the
money.
hospital.
You're gonna be in there a couple of days.
What happened to you? It wasn't me.
I listened and I didn't judge. Oh my
My
God.
Rican came out.
Oh, well, that's valid. I support that for you. All right. Well, Trish, over to you. Let me make sure that I have the right. Yep. Okay. These are it.
All right, everybody. Here's Mama Kim's Minute. Number 1. Elton John and Brandy Carlisle released lively rock anthem for queer youth. Number 2. Smooching for Equality, a brief history of kiss-ins. Number 3. 200-foot rainbow banner unfurled at Capitol of GOP bans at Capitol as GOP bans pride flags on government land. Sorry, I was burping at the same time I was reading.
That's okay.
Alrighty.
Jaybird.
Moving on this day in gay history, the year was 1990. Here in the good old U.S. of A. And what was going on?
Well, yeah.
Newsweek cover story, "The Future of Gay America" was the title. Draws an unusually heavy amount of reader mail in this week's issue, with about 60% of it anti-gay, complains one reader. Homosexuality is a perversion and is unnatural to man's common sense.
What happened to we listen
And we don't judge. I don't think that was a concept back then.
No, it wasn't.
Yeah. So that's interesting.
All right.
Boo hoo.
Boo hoo. Moving on. All right, on to our announcements. If you love the show, please make sure to subscribe, rate, and review on your favorite podcasting service. By subscribing, you get the latest and greatest of our show delivered right to your favorite device or web browser as soon as the episode is published. Excuse me. As you know, you can also support us on Patreon. With Patreon, you, our listeners, can help support the show with a pledged donation. And the donations are collected monthly and can be in any denomination of $1 or more.
Trisha Yearwood.
Come on.
All right, everybody. Get the Future Method and all other products today. All products are doctor developed, can clean out without hurting your bum. Take confidence anywhere with the anal powder packs. Increase your stretch goals with the 3-piece anal gloss dilation kit. And get all the information you need with Dr. G's book, But Seriously. Visit futuremethod.com to purchase your life-changing bum accessories today.
Jaybird.
All right, time to put a ring on it.
If you like it,
Oh,
you should have
put a ring on it. Yeah. We listen and we don't judge.
Alrighty. Our show is available on our website, gaytalk20.com, under audio podcast. It is also available as a free download on Apple Podcast, YouTube Music, and Stitcher Radio.
All right, you can find us on social media, Facebook, GayTalk 2.0, Instagram, GayTalk 2.0. Email us at gaytalk2.0 at gaytalk20.com. Tom, we listen and we don't judge.
Thank you, darlings. All right, ladies and gents, next week we will not be airing a show. I'll be traveling, so we won't be doing a show, and we'll come back the following week. So enjoy the week off. I'm sure that, it's nice to have a break from us folks here in the studio. But anyway, if you need to reach out to us, just head on over to our website, click on the Contact Us tab, which is located at the top of your web browser. There you can leave comments, not comments. Those come from space. You can leave comments. You can suggest topics. You can submit a question for the cast or any of these three bitches sitting at this table. You can also call us and leave us any questions you might have on voice message. We will answer those for you on the show if you need. Just call 334-GAY-TALK. And if you need all of the digits, it is 334-429-8255. Don't forget, we are streaming live for all of our our Patreon supporters on YouTube on the day of recording. And with that, ladies and gents, that is our show. Thank you and have a good night. Bye.
Thank you for listening to this episode of Gay Talk 2.0. Tune in next time for more dish.